Okay, here's another update video on Project Mustang. Um, so I started messing around on the inside of the car and pulled out all the aftermarket odometer gauges and all that stuff, and started finding out that the wiring, the HVAC, all the heater box, everything has all been basically hacked to shit. So I got a new cluster. This is an 88. The one I got was from a 92. The pins are different, and half the wires have been cut behind the harness, in the harness anyway. So I managed to get the lights to come on in the dash, but none of the gauges work. The speedometer does work, but none of the temperature gauges, fuel gauge doesn't work, any of that stuff. I mean, I'm pretty good with these gauges, work fine. I installed those, but blower motor blows, but everything only comes out of the defrost because somebody cut the vacuum lines and stuff back here. Somebody just started randomly cutting wires and cutting hoses and all that kind of stuff. And you can see up there where somebody had cut a hole in the box. I patched it with a piece of plastic and some RTV. Then they decided to do the same thing down here. No idea why. Makes no sense whatsoever. But so then, I run into the part where this is a center console from a 2017, which is really nice. It's got pockets. We've got our button controls in here. It's got a pretty blue or purple light for the cup holder. But when you get up here to the dash, this has all been doesn't fit upright. Looks like shit. I just tossed the radio in there just for the hell of it. Missing the vents that go up here, and the let me turn the key off. And sorry. So started slowly doing some, digging into this car, and like door panels are decent. The seats are like brand new, but out of a 2017, so they don't fit right. So I been starting to look around. Well, then I got into the back and decided to remove the roll cage that was bolted in. And this is what I found when I got into the back of the car. So there's basically, in the stock car, there's just a X frame that goes here, a piece of sheet metal. Someone had cut the top. It's kind of hard to see from here, but the top where the speakers go, put a piece of angle iron across there, welded it. Added shocks for the trunk, which if the trunk things work right, you don't need those. The seat that was really nice, that was in the back of the car, which is out here, is, come to find out, because I don't know anything about Mustangs, I never had one, these are from a hatchback. This is a Notchback. They're a coupe, so they don't fit. So they looked pretty, but they were just sitting there. They weren't doing anything, weren't bolted to anything, nothing holding them in. Seat belts are just kind of hanging there. Which, I mean, like I said, it's no big deal. I knew I was getting a project, and that's what I was looking for. I just wanted something that ran, and this thing, although it's an old build, it's an old Paxton, it runs good. Said just the air conditioner don't work right, the heater, they removed the heat pipe, so I'm gonna have to put a heater core in it, replace the harness in there, basically put a new heater box in, figure out the AC holds a charge, but it blows randomly. The compressor runs constantly. If you, as soon as you turn on AC, it stays running. So I'm thinking, because I put it on the vacuum machine and it pulled vacuum, but when I went to charge it through the vacuum machine, it wouldn't charge. So I had to force it in with the just cans and cracking them open and forcing the air in. But it doesn't leak. But I'm thinking maybe they said this the tube that runs up front here has a orifice in it that can get clogged up. So I'm thinking that might be the problem. So I got to look into that. But so I started pricing up parts to get, new seats and fix this mess back here, and all of the little panels, that because they destroyed the panels putting the roll cage in. I'll show you those. They weren't even really attached to the car, but somebody just cut holes right through the side rather than drilling a hole and putting the pipe through. They just hacked it up, so I just cut them out. So to make my life easier, I bought another car. So I picked up a 92 Notchback LX, basically stock, except for it does have headers on it, but the engine seems completely stock. Has all the parts. It's got the interior is we're gonna redo every panel piece by piece, but everything is here. The back seats here, the seat belts are here, the panels are here, the center console's here, front seats are here, the dashboard, everything. I've turned everything on, everything works. The horn beeps. Factory radio, factory center console with the ashtray and e-brake. Everything's here. So it gives me parts to pull from that I can redo, put in the new car, or in the other car, and gives me something to look at when I go to work on the other car. But I'm going to pull this dash out, paint the whole dash, redo the dash. Been watching a lot of videos on how to do that and make it look nice, and pull the harness out, put this harness in that car, put all this stuff in that car, and it'll give us me and my girlfriend a winter project to do, cleaning and painting and all that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at right now. And then once I'm done getting the other car complete, then I can kind of decide what I want to do with this car. Car's got a lot of rust, which is why I bought it, because I don't need the car. It's got the shock towers are rotted out, which is typical for this area. You can see down there, they're pretty shot on that side. Shock towers are gone, but the engine and everything that goes with it seems to be completely here, which will help me kind of figure out where some of these plugs and stuff that are not plugged into anything go, or where they should go, and or what, at least what they were for, and if they're needed. So, and then when I'm done with it, I should have a car that I can sell that still got an engine, transmission, rear end in it, and unless I end up needing stuff, but I'll still have a car that I think I'll be able to get my money back Hell, the hood on this car is in better condition than the hood that's on my car, although I'm gonna end up putting a cow hood on it. But yeah, that's it. That's where we're at right now. So it's gonna be a project, but I was looking for something that I could do and take my time, do a little bit at a time, and when it's done, we'll have a nice cruiser that everything works, and that's it. On to the next.